Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, let's do a walk around and tour of this 2024 Ford F-350 Platinum with the Tremor package. The Platinum trim level on the Super Duty is the top of the line trim level and includes some nice goodies such as a chrome grille, chrome door handles, a chrome set of window covers. You also get the fifth wheel gooseneck tow package on this particular truck. You get the tow lights up there. You get a 6.7 liter high output Power Stroke turbo diesel V8. You also get the twin panel moonroof in this vehicle as well, which is pretty nice. And with that said, you also do get a pretty nice Platinum specific interior. With that being said, a huge thank you to Bob Thomas Pre-Owned, which is part of the Thomas Auto Group here in McKinney, Texas, for giving me some time with this one today. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get started. As you can see on this truck, as you can tell on the key, it does come with a couple of different functions, which includes your unlock lock, remote start, your bed release, and your panic alarm. To remote start the truck, just make sure the vehicle is locked, and double click the remote start button twice, and the vehicle will start up. After waiting a couple of seconds, double click it again, and it will start right back off. Starting off here in the front, as you can see, the Platinum trim level does give you a fully chromed grille, which looks really nice. I love kind of the accents across the Ford badge. Looks really, really cool. You have Super Duty embossed onto the hood. You also have chrome hooks down at the bottom. This truck does have LED daytime running lights, LED projector headlamps, and LED fog lamps below. The Platinum trim level of the Super Duty also does give you front parking sensors, and of course when you get to the back, you'll get rear parking sensors as well. As you can see, coming over to the wheels, we're taking a look at a set of Goodyear Wrangler Duratrack tires on 17-inch wheels. These measure 285/70 R17s all the way around, and it's a part of the Tremor package. Coming up to the door handle, the F-350 Platinum does come standard with a smart key access system, allowing easy access to the interior as well as exterior. To get in, just make sure you have the key fob in your pocket. There's a touch sensor right here. Put your hand in, mirrors will fold out, and you're able to jump on inside. Or, if you want to lock the vehicle, close it, tap the button here, vehicle will lock, the running boards will go back in place, and the mirrors will fold in. The exterior color of this one is finished off in Agate Black, with the Black Onyx Leather interior with Platinum specific accenting. Coming over to the door handle, as you can see here, I should say panel, not handle, you're going to have soft touch materials on top as well as on bottom. The Platinum trim does give you this very nice orange stitching here, which is very cool. You have an aluminum door handle. You're going to have controls here for power windows, doors, locks, and mirrors. This is, of course, is to actually close, or not close, this is going to actually extend the tow mirrors out so you can have more visibility. 3-person memory seating, as well as your unlock and lock switches right there. You're going to have your small cubby right here, and the bigger one here for some storage, here and here, and then an area where you can store a small cup, and your Bang & Olufsen sound system speakers and in the door jamb. To start the vehicle, just make sure you have the key fob in your pocket or in the vehicle itself. Put your foot on the brake and hit the button to go. Very nice. This vehicle here does come standard with a fully wrapped rack and pinion power steering wheel. You're going to have controls on the left as well as on the right sides. Left is going to house controls for things such as your cruise control, adaptive cruise control, forward collision warning, as well as your audio settings down here for your volume, as well as your hands-free Bluetooth. You're going to have your telephone button here. This is going to control the main screen up there, and then your seat track buttons right there. Since this is the Platinum model, you get a clear oval of the Ford emblem and Platinum right down there. And you do have some brown stitching that signifies that you do have the most expensive Super Duty, as you can see. Now, starting things off, As you can tell, you have two main gauges. On the left, you're going to have your tachometer. To the right, you're going to have your speedometer. And then you have four smaller gauges, which includes your cooling temperature, oil level, your oil temperature, and your range to empty. As you can see, it signifies that we are 24 miles to empty, so press OK on that. Below, you're going to have your gear selector, what's playing on the radio, compass, as well as your current mileage, which, yes, this one has just 2,835 miles currently. Now, as you can see, we're looking at our fuel economy information, which shows we have averaged 15.9 mpg overall, which is not bad. You have trip 1 information as well as trip 2 information. And then if we go to the menu, it's going to bring you to things such as your My View, trip and fuel, heads-up display, your gauges, off-road, towing, status information, navigation, phone, audio, vehicle maintenance, and settings. Coming over to the right, you are going to have a 12-inch productivity display, and as I've done in a lot of Ford videos, I have spent a lot of time going through it, so I will just run this down for you guys the best I can as far as showing you some highlights. So currently we're taking a look at navigation. You can see what's going on. As you can tell here by the screen, it looks really, really good. Coming over to the left, you're going to have your different icons for things such as your menu. You can search destinations, which requires activation, recents, as well as saved destinations. You're also going to have on your right what's playing on the radio. On top here, you're going to have your climate control temperatures, your current time, and exterior temperature. Overall, not too bad. Go ahead and turn on the volume for copyright purposes. Go into audio, of course, it's going to show you what's playing on the radio. You're going to have your different sources. You're going to have your different presets down here. You're going to have controls for the radio to the right as well. You have notifications here. And of course, you have a little slide adjuster thing right there, which is pretty cool. With that being said, coming to phone, you can add a phone to the vehicle, or you can pair it to a phone that's already paired in the vehicle. We just looked at navigation. Coming to favorites, of course, you can select tile save as your favorite, and you have different tiles that you can choose from, which is pretty nice to see. So anything that you select here or here will be right down there. And as we come to apps, it's going to show you different things. In this case, find mobile apps, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and mobile apps help. Settings, of course, is going to give you a rundown of different things that you can change within the vehicle that pertain to the vehicle system, audio, anything that is, important, as you can see here. So, for example, you can change personal profiles. You go to general settings, you have sound, you have vehicle, you have Sirius XM, you have clock, you have display, seats, connectivity, vehicle hotspot, mobile apps, software updates, Ford Assistant, 911 Assist, as well as your valet mode. And then features is going to show you different things here that you can go further in detail to, which include driver assistance, running boards, Pro Power onboard, zone lighting, towing, onboard scale, smart hitch, owner's manual, as well as record feedback. And if you want to go into a more in-depth take on the Super Duty's infotainment system, check out my review on the F-350 King Ranch or the F-250 King Ranch that I uploaded recently, so that way you can kind of get a grasp of how the system works in a Super Duty. So with that said, that's just a quick rundown of this portion here of the infotainment system. Now, come over here, this is going to be like a little shortcut area. So you're going to have your audio, what's playing on the radio, navigation, phone, trip 1, or you can switch to trip 2, average fuel economy, off-road capability, or not capability, off-road information, Pro Power onboard, zone lighting, as well as your bed camera. So overall, that's just a quick look of the infotainment system in the Ford F-350 Platinum. Coming up here, you're going to have different buttons. Not entirely sure what this button does. This here is going to be for your camera, as you can see, which is pretty nice. Parking sensors you can turn on or off, hazard switch, traction control, and hill descent control. You're going to have your vents, as you can see on both sides. Pro Trailer Backup Assist is going to help you correctly and pretty much accurately make you line up the tow ball with the trailer that you're going to be towing. So that's what this is, and this will come in handy, especially if you're going to be towing large items. Right below that's is going to be your adjustments here for that. So these two kind of work together, which is pretty nice. You're going to have your different modes here for four-wheel drive, and you're going to have your drive modes, which we'll talk about in just a moment. Come down below the infotainment system, you're going to have this aluminum trim, which looks nice. You're going to have your volume and tuning knobs. Controls for the audio is going to be in the middle. You have this button right here, which turns the screen dim and then off and then back on. And come below that, you're going to have your dual zone climate control, heated and ventilated front and front passenger seating, heated steering wheel, max AC, rear ventilation, fan positioning, auto AC, recirculation, AC to turn on or turn off, max air conditioning, and that is pretty much it there. To the right of that, you're going to have a 12-volt outlet and a 120-volt plug-in. Come below that, you're going to have a wireless charger, or you can put your phone right here to charge via USB. So you can have a USB-C or USB in here, and you can close this up to kind of give it a cleaner look. You're going to have two sets of storage, or you could definitely put cups in here. So you're going to have 2 and 2, and then of course it says F series since 1948, which is pretty nice. And of course, like I said, you have 2 cup holders over here. Coming over, this one being the platinum, you do get your platinum plaque right there. This orange stitching looks really nice and kind of gives it a classy look. Opening it, of course, you do have a very generous amount of storage space in here, which is very nice. You have a light right in there, as well as 2 USB-C ports and a small little cubby right on top of that. As you can see, like I mentioned, you have the different drive modes, which brings us to this area here. You have normal, you have tow/haul, you have eco. Follow that up with slippery, off-road, rock crawl, and then back to normal. To the far left, you're gonna have controls for your mirrors, Pro Power onboard. Open up the tailgate. You're gonna have your headlight controls, fog light control here, gauge dimmer switches, and this is to open up the 3rd quarter window in the back of the truck. Followed by your pedal adjuster here, and your and your parking brake. Continuing on here, as you can see, you do have your garage home link with a visor, as you can see, with a mirror in there with LED lighting. You're gonna have aux switches on top of here. You're also gonna have a sunglass holder, controls for your lights, as well as for the twin panel moonroof. And overall, this truck here looks very nice for a platinum trim. And of course, like I said, it's the highest trim level that you can buy a Super Duty in. And to me, it is very impressive. So let's go ahead and check out the rest of this Ford F-350 Platinum. All right, so sitting in the back, I would probably have had this seat moved up just a little more to kind of give you a accurate representation of how much knee room I would have. So this is comfortable for me, but the seat could be pushed up a little bit more. You're gonna have 2 seat pockets, one over here and one over here. You have 2 cup holders. You're gonna have your rear vents right here, as far as your rear heated seat functions, 2 USB-C ports. You're gonna have right here an outlet, and you're also going to have a 120 watt outlet there. And then coming over here, you do have a power armrest with 2 cup holders. And one last thing, the seats in here are just as comfortable as the front. They feel very plush, they feel very comfortable, and the perforations are quite nice. Fuel tank, as well as their DEF fluid, Tremor badging, The Ford Super Duty Platinum does come standard with LED taillights. You got a platinum chrome rear end here, which looks really classy. You also have your rear parking sensors, and this one does have a towing package. This vehicle, when it properly equipped, can tow upwards of 23,000 pounds. You get a automatic tailgate and a soft opening as well. As you can see, you have a spray bed liner from Ford, which looks very nice. You're going to have LED cab lighting, as you can see down the right, as well as on the left. You also have your Pro Power onboard over here, which makes it easy to power up some tools, which is very cool. And of course, you do have a ruler here, and then this is to make you go into the bed a bit more efficiently. You can also use these little steps right here to help you get into the bed a bit easier. Under the hood of the Ford Super Duty Platinum, we're taking a look at a high output 6.7 liter Power Stroke diesel V8. It produces 500 horsepower and 1,200 pound-feet of torque. It's going to be through a 10-speed automatic transmission, and this vehicle is four-wheel drive. All right, guys, so back in the Ford Super Duty Platinum, it is a really nice place to spend time, especially if you're into, you know, luxury trucks. I mean, it's comfortable, it feels great, it feels really, really nice. So, you know, the only reason you should probably upgrade from a King Ranch is if you want a nicer truck. But overall, I really like it. I have to say, this is the ultimate luxury pickup truck. It looks awesome. I really like how it looks. And, you know, I think it's a great vehicle for what it is. So, like I said, there's no window sticker in this vehicle as of filming, but I will post all the options in the description so you guys will have a better idea of how much this truck costed when it was new. So, with that said, guys, that's going to wrap it up here for this walk around and tour of this 2024 Ford F-350 Platinum with the Tremor package. And one last thing, of course, I want to do is show you guys this 10-speed. It's very nice. And of course, you do get that backup camera, as you can see there with the 360. And of course, the lines do go as you turn the wheel. You also have a full screen top-down view. You have 6 other cameras. You split screen. You're going to have one for the bed. You're going to have one for your towing and everything else. But overall, with that said, guys, once again, thank you so much for checking out this video. I hope you all enjoyed it on this 2024 Ford F-350 Platinum with the Tremor package. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video.